Greetings, XANGO Nation. We are thrilled to welcome you to this live video version of Giddy Up and Go with Joe. We are your happy hosts for the day. I'm Dave Webb, VP of Communications, joined and led by founder, board member, finder of the fruit, Joe Morton. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Dave. How are you doing today?
I'm terrific, thank you.
Excellent.
Glad to have you here building this atmosphere of what we've got. We want to share just some of the great news that's going on, just as a catch-up on your founders right now. We got Joe. He's in town for an hour and a half, and so we're borrowing him here. But everybody's on the road. Aaron, I think even at this moment, is in Durban, South Africa, doing a meeting. Hundreds of people. He was just in Cape Town last night, Joburg the night before. Beverly just got back from being in Vancouver. She was in Michigan before that. Your brother Gord was in Mexico. Thousands of people in the Mexico meetings. Kent has been in Belgium, Spain. He's going back again.
Italy, France.
There's XANGO activity happening all over the place, and it's awesome. So we're going to do a little catch-up on what is great, what's going on around the XANGO Nation right now, starting off with that great trip. But also, we're coming out of a convention. We're now 1 month. Can you believe it? It's the 25th of October. We're a month away from convention.
Incredible.
But even in the recent weeks right after that, we have already begun surpassing XALO volume from convention.
Did you hear that, everyone? Isn't that interesting? Even with XANGO convention, the XALO volume already surpassed. That was several days ago. Already surpassed last month. It's incredible. There's such a good energy out there.
Well, and we've got leaders who are accomplishing things all over. We'll have some great news about other accomplishers within the U.S. and Canada, but we want to celebrate the first 100K in XALO outside of the U.S. Shirahama-san, Miho-san, 100K already in XALO this month, and the month isn't over yet. But they're the first, and they can't do it with their own product.
No, they have to have it shipped from the United States.
It's the not-for-resale.
Congratulations. That's a big accomplishment.
That's huge.
Congratulations.
That's huge. And we're celebrating Dwayne Dyer, who last month hit premiere in XALO volume, which is great. Already 100K in XALO this month again.
And I just talked to Anton, 500K, XANGO 500K, Anton, and he's already got the volume for 100K. Incredible. His volume's up, I think. I don't remember what the number was, like 30% or something like that. In XALO volume alone, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, the things that are happening is so fun and so vibrant. I love it.
Yeah, you don't see that kind of growth after a launch. The launch is usually the big thing, and then you try to catch up. We're already surpassing. Wonderful news. Part of those accomplishments happen in what we call Drive Your Own Dream, the lifestyle bonus. And we have now acknowledged officially from September 82 businesses are lifestyle bonus qualified. 82, right out of the chutes. Now, we're celebrating those on Facebook. You're going to see lifestyle qualified, the Drive Your Own Dream folks. Names are going to appear on Facebook badges by the dozens. Literally, we're over 80 now. We also have some 20Ks, some premieres, some 100Ks. We even have a couple of 200Ks. But go to Facebook, look for your friends, look for the people in your downline, look in your upline. Share that information. Let them know. Congratulations, high five, way to go, I knew you could do it. Or, how did you do it, help me do it. All those things are available on Facebook, and we've got great ways to celebrate. So share those posts, talk to your friends and neighbors, and let them know what's available, what's out there.
And watch for it. You know, now when you look in your back office, you can see how much XALO, like when I was talking to Anton, literally like minutes ago, he's like, oh my gosh, Joe, I'm looking at my XALO volume, and we just launched Limitless, for example, in Taiwan. I Skyped in for a meeting over the weekend, had a great meeting there, room packed. In our new office, by the way, in Taiwan, packed house, and it was so great. And he's like, oh my gosh, I mean, they're jumping on this Limitless, and so he's seen his XALO volume growing in Taiwan, and it's kind of fun. So watch for it, and really trying to are you that close? I mean, I know I talked to people. I was talking to Marlene Bryce backstage. In fact, shout out to Marlene. When you were backstage, going, oh my gosh, I think I'm already with everything that was going on in the convention, lifestyle, Drive Your Own Dreams qualified. And to watch that volume, watch it, look at it, see in your back office. It's fun, it's exciting, and so congratulations and go for it. And since volume's already up, I mean, good grief. Well, some of the stats here. Sandy Cohen, XALO volume already up 14%. Now that was a couple days ago. So Armando de Guzman, Dr. Armando de Guzman, XALO up 17% this month. Now we're talking this month, Dave.
This month, over what already happened. Yeah.
Barbara Schmidt. Okay, I'll hold hers for last. Mary and John Spolstra, XALO up 11%. Marlene Bryce, speaking of which, up 16% in XALO volume. Again, this is a couple days ago. Richard O'Brien, up 20%.
Hold on. He was a 200K.
Oh, yeah.
at the end of September, and now his volume is already up 20%
and that again
on top
includes
of that.
the convention.
In addition
volume.
to.
And Barbara Schmidt, XALO volume a whopping 69%. So, I mean, really, really good things happening.
So
and it's
cool.
no wonder because the testimonials are so strong. I mean, how do you feel?
I'm not legally able to say how I feel, but I feel phenomenal. And it's XALO. Thanks to XALO and the juice, everything right here is making us feel awesome.
It's incredible.
Now, Joe, I feel like I'm going to piggyback on your territory. You're the resident Canadian in the screen. I'm going to take over some Canadian recognition.
Please do.
We've got activity happening in Canada. I'm going to start with overall 20% in sales. Wow. In Canada, 20% already, and this is with a week left in the month. Sign-ups are more than double, just from one month to the next. Already awesome.
And by the way, we're not talking just XALO volume. That's
this is overall
the business. The business.
Yeah. So Martha Cooper, her XALO volume is already up 75% from last month.
She's grabbing it. She's running, and it doesn't surprise me. I talked to Grace last night, and she's got all these meetings going on in her group, and to see Martha Cooper, I have no doubt. Congratulations, Martha.
Brenda Cook, new premiere from a little bit ago, more than doubled her XALO volume already this month. So Canada, keep rocking on. I get so excited for the Canadians that I want to say Canada, and I know that's not right.
Okay, you're not allowed to do Canada anymore.
I apologize.
Okay, I'm only going to do Canada anymore. Actually, do we have any other sales? Oh, sign-ups in Canada.
I thought
110% up.
I said more than double, but you're probably right.
Oh, did you?
It's
okay.
a lot nicer to say it from a Canadian.
Incredible. So Australia, let's talk about Australia.
This is awesome.
Sonia and Carla, your XALO volume up 300%. I mean, holy, now they're good. Now you got to recognize, for an Australian, they have to have it shipped over from the United States. So congratulations. It's not for resale program, similar to what you saw in Japan. But they're grabbing it and they're running with it, and no wonder that Nikki's volume's up. And you know, when I talked about from stage, Nikki, I did that meeting in your home. It was so wonderful, Nikki, and to see the energy there. And you guys, and as you all said, you're like the queen of home parties. And you already booked out until the end of November.
That's
probably
awesome.
Different now because it's already a month after convention.
That's
so
awesome.
Ken Baxter, XALO volume up 100%. Jody Roberts, XALO volume up 86%. Melita Gill, XALO volume up 72%. Overall sales up 16%. Overall sign-ups 61% up in Australia. So good on you. Congratulations.
Good on you, mates.
Well, that was good.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
So MB30, we got this incredible MB30 logo behind us, led with that great product, Limitless of ours. What's going on here? I was just with Tommy Johnson in his home. Oh, Dave, if you could feel the energy of this group, it is so powerful. And Rocky Shumway, I got to put a shout out to you. It's no wonder that your sign-ups are up 75%. Now, that was a couple days ago. No wonder. It's like every time I turn around, I'm seeing another message from Rocky, another message from Rocky's group. Laney, you're just killing it, Laney. You're signing people up. You're doing your meetings. It's wonderful to see.
People need to know this is not going from 1 to 4. No. That's not 75. We're talking about the dozens of signups that they've had in this whole year leading up to it, and they're already growing.
And they have, no wonder, they have meetings every day.
Yeah, all the time.
Dave, all the time. And they're really doing what Tommy has led them to do and has taught them, which is hard work, guys. Activity will equal the income that we're looking for. And when they have a vision of MB30, it's powerful. Begin with the end in mind. I'm going to get into that in a little bit later. But Billy in New York, Aaron was just with you, Aaron and Tommy, actually, and Lindsay. And you had a packed house there, and no wonder your sales are up 30% this month.
So
and
awesome.
Kenny Cool, it's like another one. Every time I turn around, Kenny's got some meeting going on. He constantly has people in his house. And you know what's fun? Okay, here's a little thing that Kenny Cool does. It's really cool, Dave. He travels around in his car with a cooler, okay, with chilled bottles, these little 8-ounce bottles, chilled. And he gives out samples, or he sells the product everywhere he goes.
Oh my gosh.
So he's always prepared, and so it's kind of fun. That's caught up, and people are now like that idea, and they're starting to duplicate that.
Well, you know what else?
Billy in New York's trying to do it, and people in Phoenix are trying to do it, so they'll travel around. So they're ready, and the message is be ready at all times. Isn't that a great example?
I love that, but another thing they're doing, they've always got their camera phones, and they're taking pictures of people signing up. How many people are holding up an application and smiling, I'm an MB30, I just signed up. It's phenomenal. The atmosphere is just
so
electric.
Just love it there. ADP packs.
This is
kind of some cool stuff, Dave. Before we get into some of this fun recognition that we want to get to, I think it's key that we talk about, now we've got 2 plans.
Yep.
Which is incredible. Never before done before, where we have 2 plans within a compensation plan. I mean, it's a mind blow.
It's so bold.
It's very bold. Exactly following Aaron Garrity, our CEO's direction, which being bold as a company. So how does it now? We've listened to the field. We've heard feedback. How can we take some of the guesswork away from being qualified?
Well, you're right. Taking out the guesswork so that we make this the simplest possible. And I don't want to use the word exploit, but take advantage of these great compensation plans. We already had a great compensation plan coming into convention, and we introduced what I would think is a stronger version of that same compensation plan. The rewards, the incentives, the ability to achieve earlier in your XANGO and XALO careers is phenomenal. So you're right, with listening to the field, how do we make this simpler for everybody to take advantage, get the most out of their experience? We've got a few different packs that we're making available. You can get 1 pack that has a case of XANGO juice and a box of XALO Ageless. That's the simplest, most basic way to qualify. You've got your minimums met to be at your 100 each. We got that on for 240 with 220 PV, and that's again 1 box of XALO. That's roughly a month's worth. Case of XANGO juice, 1 person can go through that pretty simply. We've added things, XALO and XANGO juice, the Pro 100 pack. These are now part of XALO. People need to know that the XALO Limitless, XALO Reload, XALO Ignite are all part of this XALO product line, and that volume is feeding into XALO volume. So we've got XANGO and some other non-juice products that are available to feed the XANGO compensation plan, and then people who want to feel fantastic. I can't get over what XALO is doing for people within days. Like the way you can feel a change and an effect within days, and then that carries on, that's going to feed that second level. So we've got things like the 2 cases of XANGO juice, 2 boxes of Ageless, $450 for 420 PV. You're covered, you're qualified for any compensation at that point because you have your minimums of 200 in one plan and 200 in the other. You've got first and second level power start. You're getting all of the Customer Connect volume that's available to you. You're automatically qualified once you hit that 10,000 in volume as a 5K. $400 toward Drive Your Own Dream lifestyle. Why am I so excited? I can't get this stuff. I'm excited because the people I love can get this stuff, and it's been awesome.
It's really cool to see. I love it. So watch for these. You're going to see also some holiday promotions. Those are coming forward. So watch XANGO.com. Watch for some of these promotions. Ask your agent when you talk to them, is there a holiday promotion going on right now? And look for these packs that we have.
It started already. We even call it Holidays Eve. So it's not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, Halloween Eve. It's all Holidays Eve. We're starting it right now. It's a little bit early, but we want people to have access to the great products.
All Hallows Eve.
It's just right close.
That's a good play on words.
Pretty clever group we got here.
Very clever. Okay, so let's get into some fun little information, some statistics, some recognition.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this, Dave. Can you believe, with XALO, in the month of September only,
this is awesome,
868 qualified XALO 1 cases.
It makes me giggle. I can't help it.
Oh my gosh.
XALO qualified.
XALO qualified. 5Ks. 82 qualified 5Ks. And then, as I mentioned, 82 Drive Your Own Dreams qualified, which is pretty incredible too. Let's see here. 20Ks. Let's just list them.
Let's hit them off.
Let's just list them. Congratulations, Barbara Schmidt. In XALO, of course we know Barbara's a 200K in XANGO, but in XALO, 20K. Liz Salinas in Mexico City. She is a 20K. Chris and Renee Peterson, congratulations, 20K. And I know your volume's already surpassed. I know because Chris and I talk regularly. It's just growing. Betsy Callahan in Canada, 20K. Mike McCarthy, 20K. Art and Terry Manville, 20K. Eileen Cohen, 20K in XALO. And Jim and Candy Webb, 20K in XALO. Pretty incredible.
That's already, that's right out of the release. They're already qualifying. They're already getting rank advancement bonuses as 20K. They're already getting the Drive Your Own Dream bonus as the 5K with 10,000 in volume. So they're loving it. But that's not where it stops.
No, it doesn't. Premiers. Dwayne Dyer, which you already mentioned, Dwayne and Mel are already hitting the 100K mark this month. And that was like a week ago. So congratulations, guys. But in the first month, Premier. Ray and Cheryl Heron, Premier. already surpassed last month's
Yeah,
volume
way
too.
past.
But right now, Premier. Sandy and Ed Cohen, Premier. Scott Strupp, Premier. Tom and Carol Ferrier. Jeff and Shirley Thorne, Tommy Johnson, Tommy and Lindsay Johnson, Anton and Dustin Garrett, Estella Salinas, Dr. Carl Anderson, all premiers.
Premiers in XALO already. And that's already, they're getting the 20K rank advancement bonus and the premier.
And,
people need to know.
And the Drive Your Own Dreams. In addition to.
So that group is already receiving their third level of bonuses for qualifying.
In addition to XANGO checks. In addition to XANGO Power Starts and Customer Connects and Unilevels and
yeah, in addition to. That's the motto.
100Ks. Last month we had 100Ks. Collie Butler, congratulations. Beverly and I talked to Collie last night, congratulated her. It was such a fun conversation. Yeah. She is so full of life right now. I just love it. Up. Stephen and Sharon Sharif, wow. I mean, incredible. No surprise. No surprise there. And they're so full of energy. I just love talking to them right now. They just are so anxious to talk to everyone.
Yep.
Sharon, oh boy, she's on.
Yep.
She's on. And 200Ks.
200Ks.
We even have 200Ks already. Dr. Armando de Guzman, my good friend, you are a 200K in XALO already. So, and any surprise?
No surprise.
Richard and Carol O'Brien.
He called his shot.
Oh, yes, he called it. He pointed, begin with the end in mind. That was his goal, and you did it. Congratulations.
And his volume's up 20% this month again.
Already. So, interesting. So let's just count this out for the XALO comp plan. Okay, so he's going to get Power Starts and Customer Connect right there. Now, this is just XALO. This is all in addition to his
XANGO. His 500K XANGO business,
So, Power Starts, Customer Connects. Unilevel, because there's a Unilevel involved in there.
Let's not forget the Unilevel.
Even though a lot of that was brand new volume, because he's signing up a lot of people, isn't he? So he's bringing in a lot of people. But then you've got Drive Your Own Dreams. How many levels? I was kind of
he's already at the 200K level. So
200K level.
He's getting $800 per month.
800. So you've got, and then the rank advancements.
Yep.
You got a 20K rank advancement.
Because it stacks.
It stacks. So it's not. We don't just say, oh well, you're at 200K. We're going to only give you that rank advancement. We give them all along, don't we?
Yep.
So, guys, it's incredible what we have here. And it's conceivable you can get, I don't know, we counted it up the other day with Anton and Collie on that one call. I mean, you're talking Power Starts Customer Connect with XANGO side, Unilevel with XANGO side, quarterly bonus pool with XANGO side. Then you start adding in Customer Connect, Power Starts with XALO side, Unilevel with XALO side. Well, and then you get into Drive Your Own Dreams checks, rank advancement
20K check, Premier check, 100K check, 200K check.
It's really quite incredible.
Yeah.
So congratulations, guys, and absolutely amazing. And that doesn't even include the XANGO side, Dave. Yeah. We have a new premier in Mongolia last month. Mongolia. We have a new premier in Mongolia. We have new 20Ks and 5Ks and 1Ks all around the world, and XANGO is just still thriving and flourishing.
It is awesome.
And so it's wonderful. And as you catch the vision of these two, the plan within the plan, how many people, for example, you go to a store. I go to a certain store for this. I go to a certain store for that. But you realize a person can come and say, well, I'm looking for weight loss, a solution for weight loss. Well, great. I have that. And it's in this store. Oh, I'm looking for energy. Oh, I got that in this store. And I got age management or anti-aging in this store as well. See, it offers this so much opportunity, and as I mentioned, you can start counting up all the ways that you can make money with this plan. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just scratching the surface. Pretty incredible. Yep. So what else do we have so much good to talk about here.
Let's go to
quarterly
to the beginning of next year,
Yes. Okay, so as you know, here in North America, we kicked the year off with a meeting in Chicago, and it was great. It was a wonderful meeting, great energy, the whole bit. And we like to kick the year off with an event so that everyone knows what the vision is, where we're going, and recognize. We've got a lot of recognition.
Yeah, a lot's happening.
868 1Ks in just the first month. A lot of recognition going on. So we want to do some things a little differently this year, Dave. We want to start off with, instead of 1 meeting, we have 6. And instead of having X amount at the 1 meeting, we're going to double, triple, quadruple, maybe even more than quadruple the amount that came to that one. Do you see that vision? It's going to be awesome. And so we're going to start off. Let's see here. We've got one in Salt Lake City. I think that's the one kicking off. We got our hosts, speaking of Anton, Collie, and Dwayne, and then all the other premiers and key leaders in the area will work with these 3 to help kick this meeting off. And that
these are all-day things.
All day.
This is a full day Saturday. It's like super rare Saturday.
Yes. And what's the purpose of them? Recognition. Really key. So get your people, get into their minds, hey, I want to be at that meeting because I want to recognize not only you, but your upline and your downline, and cheer them on. This is a very big thing. Inspiration and training. That's really the 3 purposes of these meetings, okay? And so everything that happens between now and then is building towards these meetings. So everything happening in this area, we happen to be talking about Salt Lake right now, this Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, this area Idaho will feed into this meeting, okay? And all the one-on-ones, remember I talked about a convention, one-on-ones build the foundation for the home party. The foundation and the home party builds the foundation for an office event. If you use XANGO as an example, they come in here, there's weekly events, they can build the foundation for that. And then all of this is going to build the foundation for this quarterly event. Very important that we create that level, that understand the base, the foundation building up to this. And everything goes to that. So work towards, and the date is January 11th. The details will come. You'll be able to, the leaders will help you understand the details of where it's going to be and all the timing, but watch for this one.
And
it'll be great.
Joe, you mentioned that we're going to draw people from Colorado, from Wyoming, Idaho. They're going to be coming in. You know, we talk about people who will drive a couple of hours or a few hours to a meeting. We have people who are showing up to meetings from, well, you talk about Brenda, who brought people from Toronto to Chicago. How many hours is that?
Oh my gosh, I mean,
in Mexico, they're getting on a bus for 15 and 18 and 30 hours to get to one of these recognition events. So we're learning from that, and we're building these events around, like you say, recognition, inspiration, and training, so that you're excited coming into the event because you're going to be recognized, and you're excited coming out of the event because you've got more training on what to do next. And
you don't have to get on a plane to go there.
Right.
This is going to be coming to your region. That's the goal. So Vancouver area, watch for this. January 18th, the hosts are Grace and Bob Dick, Art and Terry Manville, and Chris and Renee Peterson. So now you've got these leadership now.
And founder hosts. I mean, we need to emphasize that.
Oh, yes. At every meeting, a founder is going to be there, and probably a doctor as well.
Right.
You know, Dr. Templeman or Dr. Morton, or someone's going to be at these events. And so you've got the recognition, the inspiration, and the training.
Yeah.
Okay? So, of course, Grace and Art and Chris have lots of other leaders that will help feed into that as well. But they're going to be our key hosts for that meeting. And then all their teams will work. And again, one-on-ones, building the home parties, building to whatever other functions you may have in between now and then, building to this. You don't want to miss it. All feeding. The art of promotion. Okay? The next one, Minnesota. Hosted by Richard O'Brien, our very own Richard O'Brien, and Dr. Carl Anderson, and then all the other leadership in the area as well. But that whole region will feed into that.
And that's also on the 18th?
On the 18th as well, in Minnesota. Arizona, the January, that one's been, I think it's February 8th.
We'll confirm.
We'll confirm. But there's just been a few adjustments there. But that's going to either happen late January or early February. Host Tommy and Carolyn Johnson, Sandy and Ed Cohen, and Dr. de Guzman. Again, all the leadership in those areas will feed towards this one on that date that will be announced. Michigan, January 25th, hosts Janelle Crane, Mary Spolstra, Ray Heron. But again, see, the brilliance of this is it allows Brenda Cook now to draw her people from Toronto. It's about a 4-hour drive or so. You've got Charlie Emmenecker and your team are going to draw and be able to come into this area as well. And then you possibly Teresa Horab, being able to draw from Buffalo into this as well. So closer, everything between now and then, building towards there. Virginia. February 22nd. So this one's going to happen in February, a little later in February. Host Mike McCarthy, Betty Q, and Priscilla Harrison, and then all their teams of leadership in that area, and any other leadership will help draw towards this. So watch for these. Okay? Great way to kick the year off, and remember, everything that happens between now and then builds towards there.
And this kind of piggybacks on what your last year and a half has been, where Joe has been in your homes and in your community centers and in hotel conference rooms, giving the XANGO presence and the story and all that passion. And now we're concentrating that effort with the individual distributor hosts, and so your meetings will be much more targeted, focused, with a lot greater collection of people from a lot bigger area, and that way you can reintroduce yourself to your family, not be gone 7 out of 7.5 days.
But it also
but it builds the business with more people from greater regional
and highly duplicatable.
Totally.
This is one of the keys. Duplicatable is actually not even a word in the English language. So if you type that in, Google will spit it out. But duplicatable, we use it. We've adopted it in our industry. It's totally okay. But it's highly duplicatable, this feeder type of a system.
Yeah.
And watch the lives change in the process. Yeah. Watch the lives change. This is a human touch business. And watch how people's lives will change in the process as we build towards these events. And then watch the emotion. I love that emotion, Dave, when you watch a person, a brand new 1K, stand in front of their peers, and many times in tears. How many times do you have a chance to be recognized in life? How sad it is. And yet our industry says, no, we recognize for achievement. Yeah. We recognize for accomplishment. So important. Don't underestimate how powerful that is. Rewarding people truly for the great accomplishment that they've done. Yeah. And a 1K will represent that many people whose lives have been changed through having a natural energy supplement, or ageless, XALO ageless, and the strength that they receive from it, or the better sleeping, or whatever it may be, the better skin, or whatever they feel from this.
Thank you.
A little bit of belly fat. I'm hearing that testimonial quite a lot now. It's starting to come in more and more. So really feed towards this. Is going to be wonderful. We cannot wait to be there. We're finalizing which founder and which doctor will be at each one. So the next one I want to talk about, very important. We talked about how there'll be incentive trips associated with XALO. And so we're announcing right now, and you'll see this announcement going around the world, that the qualification period's already started, right, Dave? It started at convention really last month, and it goes through the end of September of next year, giving you quite a lot of time to qualify here. Because we want this to be a powerful event. We already have like quite a few qualified. It's a good thing we didn't call it Sweet 16, because we're already at that number practically. Premier for 3 months consecutively in XALO, so a XALO Premier for 3 months consecutively, and you will be awarded this trip. Chances are we're looking at, and the reason why we don't have a date nailed down, simply because when we started this company, we had one country, really. And so that first trip was a one-country trip. Now we have 42 countries, and this product's being rolled out, not just XALO, but Limitless, and these other products that are within the XALO plan are being rolled out as we speak. And so
we got Premier in Mexico. We got 100K in Japan already.
Exactly. And so we're just trying to determine, do we have multiple or do we have one? We're kind of leaning towards one. We like the idea of bringing all the cultures together. We like that. So watch for the details on it. But it's probably going to be sometime in late November, early December. And so it'll give lots of time to be able to qualify, lots of time to be able to make it for this trip. So do not miss out.
And build your teams to go.
Get as many as
you want to go for yourself, and then you realize, I would also like these 7 people to go with me, and bring those teams. That was one of the great things about the Elevation cruise we had. We have a trip where everybody gets to go with their teams. So it's a great celebration.
So this is your trip next year that everyone's gunning for. Watch for it. Work for it. We want to be on this trip with you. So it's going to be powerful. And guys, we've done literally thousands of trips as a company, taken thousands of people to exotic locations all around the world. I'll just say there's going to be some blue water involved. There's going to be some incredible beaches involved. There's going to be cultural experiences. This will be akin to the first trip we've ever done. When we called it the Sweet 16. We expected 16. We ended up with 27. Remember, Sandy? You remember that. And Collie, you remember that. We ended up taking 27. This will be akin to it.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those special trips that will never be able to be duplicated the way it is and the energy behind it. So go for it. Go for it. Which brings up my next point. Dave, do you mind if I philosophize a little bit?
Please do.
And share a thought. There's a book that my father introduced to me, as many of your fathers probably did, or family members or friends probably introduced you many, many years ago, by an incredible author by the name of Stephen Covey. 7 Habits, the 7 habits that we've become so accustomed to. 7 habits of highly effective people. And if you have it, dust it off. Pull it out again. Take a look at it. This is what I'm encouraging everyone this month to look at, okay? Why? Because it's something that's on my mind. Particularly this second habit, Dave, and you've probably read this before.
Yep,
I mean,
a couple times.
And that's why I say dust it off if you have it. Chances are you do.
Yeah.
And if you don't, get a copy of it. I highly encourage it. Because the second habit is very interesting. It's interesting how in the second habit, he talks about looking at your life like as if when you're coming towards the end of your life, did you accomplish everything you really wanted to do? Begin with the end in mind. What's it going to be like? Did you happen to accomplish everything? And so, but I want to focus on this because I believe it's like that in smaller chunks. Instead of looking at your entire life, what is the end for you right now? Let's say, like, are you looking to become a 5K? Are you looking to be drive your own dreams qualified? Are you looking for this cruise? Okay? Because you begin with the end in mind. Don't just start with, well, roll the dice, maybe, I don't know. No, know where you're going. Listen to these words. They're really powerful. And so I'm going to kind of share from this book a little bit. To begin with the end in mind means to start with a clear understanding of your destination. It means to know where you're going so that you better understand where you are now and so that the steps you take are always in the right direction. Does that make sense? Always in the right direction. Each part of your life, today's behavior, tomorrow's behavior, next week's behavior, next month's behavior, can be examined in the context of the whole of what really matters most to you. So if you know where you're going, like it said, today's behavior, tomorrow's, next week, next month, as the year progresses, it'll mold what your behavior is going to be if you know where you're going. It's the way we are as human beings. Begin with the end in mind is based on the principle that all things are created twice. There's a mental, or first creation, and a physical, or second creation to all things. And so I want you to think about this, folks. Is it drive your own dreams qualified? If it is, I want you to go to the, if you're looking for a car. It may be that you're looking to put your kids in a private school, and that's great, because, see, we don't tell you have to drive something specific. We're independent human beings. We're trying to teach independence at XANGO. And at XALO, we teach independence. And so you could do what you want with this. What if it happens to be a car? I'll use that as an example.
So simple.
Is it a truck? Then go. Sit in that truck. Begin with the end in mind. Smell the leather. Turn the volume on. Turn the knob on and off. Play around with it. Know the different elements of the car that you want. Sunroof or no sunroof? Longer bed, shorter bed. What is it you're looking for? Bigger tires? Ooh, I like the big tires.
You're a big truck guy.
I'm a big truck guy. In fact, Kelly won one of my trucks.
She got one of your trucks,
yeah,
I know.
Aaron gave my truck away.
I know.
Well, it had a cool, really cool gas pedal with like skull and bones. It was like very guy. But is it big knobby tires? You know what I mean? Get a feel for it. Know what you want. And then as I just read, your behaviors will then lead you towards it. Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly will lead you towards it. Is it the cruise? Potentially a cruise.
Maybe.
Wherever it may be. Is it that? Put pictures of an ocean. Put pictures of blue waters. Put pictures of beaches. Imagine yourself. See yourself doing it. Begin with the end in mind and then create the plan of action and work towards it. Is it that extra $5,000? Is that what you're looking for? Whoa, it's possible.
It's right there.
We see it happen all the time. Imagine, just like Think and Grow Rich talks about. When's it going to be? Write the date down. Begin with the end in mind. Write the date down and work the plan towards it. I believe as human beings, when we stop dreaming, it's the beginning of the end. We need to push ourselves. We need to bring ourselves to different levels. We're meant to do this. We're meant to do this. So folks, from the home office of XANGO in Lehi, Utah, Dave and I thank you for being with us. We thank you for being a part of this journey, this incredible journey, that kicking off this whole entire new experience called XALO. The lives that are changing. Begin with the end in mind. Dave, I see a day when these quarterly meetings, where we're going to have thousands and thousands at each of these quarterly meetings, and you'll be part of it. I see the time when there'll be people driving the cars of their dreams. We started off with XANGO that way, and we saw it. $100+ million club earners. It happened here first. Over 30 multi-million-dollar club earners. Thousands of people on trips. If you've ever seen my dream board, you will notice there's always a picture of Thailand on there. It started here first, folks. And it's happening again. So guys, jump on board. Let's have a lot of fun. Dave, this is
Joe,
great.
Thank you. And always remember that that's not just go do it, it's we're partnering with you.
Absolutely.
Joe is here guiding the company. Aaron, Kent, Gordon, Gary, everybody is committed to helping you achieve those dreams. That's what makes our day great.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Make it a great one, guys.
See you
Thanks
next
a
time.
lot. See ya. Thank you.